Can you make construction lumber useless? Sounds impossible. But trust me, YouTube always finds a way. Welcome back, guys. YouTube is a strange place. On one side, you get people putting genuine effort into designing projects for others to follow. On the other, people slapping together something completely useless, calling it a masterpiece, and claiming you'll be making thousands by selling it. So today, I'm with the first camp, a simple 2x4, a real problem worth solving, and a headphone stand that's different from anything else out there. So without further ado, let's get it done. This time I thought I'd stop guessing and base the project on something that already sells on Etsy. This headphone stand goes for around 50 bucks, which honestly caught me off guard, but clearly someone's buying them, so let's see if I can make something vaguely as impressive. This one is surprisingly simple: 2 resewn 2x4s, a few 3D printed templates, and some actually useful extras: LED lights and USB charging. For once we are solving a real problem instead of just making decorative confusion, so let's get to the workshop. First things first, let's pick a decent length of 2x4. These 3D printed pieces are a router template for the flash trim bit, and an LED box will sandwich between the timber. It looks suspiciously over-engineered at the moment, but trust me, in about a minute this should almost look intentional. Time for my absolute favorite activity, resewing timber. And by favorite I mean the bit where I question every life decision that led me to doing this on a $200 table saw. With a decent machine this would probably feel quite professional. Instead, I'm mostly just hoping the wood doesn't suddenly decide to fight back. So the cuts came out about as far from square as physically possible, so the thicknesser is coming out to save the day. I don't show it very often, mostly because there's always that one viewer in the comments who gets deeply emotional every time I use a tool that costs more than a sandwich. Quick tip if you enjoy not wasting money: cut away the excess material with a bandsaw or a jigsaw before moving to the router. Your flush trim bit will last much longer, and unlike YouTube advice, replacement bits are somehow never free. While watching me professionally use this suspiciously expensive tool, make sure you're subscribed and hit the like button. It really helps and slowly convinces me this YouTube thing is a sensible life choice. Now, you probably know this already, but the easiest way to remove material from inside the wood is a pillar drill with a Forstner bit. It's quick, simple, and somehow managed to spread sawdust absolutely everywhere. But apparently covering the workshop in sawdust is just part of trying to get strangers on YouTube to like you. Time to attach the 3D printed template and get the router running. It's messy, loud, and somehow strangely enjoyable. So for once, I'll stop mumbling and let the router do the talking. Right, let's look at what's gonna be needed for this project now. So, USB-A cable. I've got USB-A to USB-C. I'm gonna chop off that USB-C connector. A bit of a LED leftover strip and some let's make it so you can see it, USB-C female connector. Now, bit of a challenge for you guys. Try to read the manufacturer name right here. Just crazy. We're finally at the electronics stage, which usually scares people far more than it deserves. Luckily, this one is incredibly simple, so let's start by sticking in the LED strip before I accidentally make it sound complicated. Time to strip the wire and remove everything except red and black. We only need positive and negative here, the rest are just emotional support cables. Tin the ends as well, unless you enjoy making soldering harder than it needs to be. Finally, time to make a pocket for the USB-C port and drill a few holes for the wires. No pressure, but this is very much the measure twice or cry once part of the project. With all that done, it's time to connect both red and both black wires together and solder them to the LED strip bipolarity. Quick reminder, before we accidentally invent problems, black is negative, red is positive. With all the electronics finally behaving, it's time to put everything back together. I skipped the glue on this one because there is a very good chance I'll be taking it apart later to reuse some of the components for another questionable experiment. You, however, should probably glue yours unless you enjoy surprise repairs. I also added a chamfer at the end because somehow one angled edge can trick your brain into thinking something looks premium and intentionally designed. Woodworking is weird like that. I hope you like this project, and remember, likes and comments cost absolutely nothing, unlike my growing collection of tools and questionable ideas. So hit that thumbs up button, check out these videos next, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.